Hey, yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Triple G, congrats to him. He just beat Kamil Szeremeta. Hurt him, you see in that picture. Vicious uppercuts early in the fight. I mean, I don't really have too much commentary. This is not going to be probably one of my longer post-fight. Congrats to Triple G on the win. Kamil Szeremeta was clearly overmatched. He really showed that he had no chance. I think Triple G was working on things, trying to go some rounds. It appeared to me that there were moments where he possibly could have got Kamil Szeremeta out of there earlier. So the good for Triple G is the fact that, you know, he got another victory. He ended his long layoff, things like that. But this was what we all expected it to be, pretty much a cherry pick. And Triple G looks sharp, but I don't just view boxing based on how you look. Like, looking sharp is great, but it's also who do you look sharp against? And there's no way that I could factor in the performance. Like, you listen to the DAZN commentary, and they were nonstop raving, like, oh, Triple G's back. This is vintage Triple G. Golovkin did it again, and, you know, things like that. But for me, I can't overly credit the performance when I didn't even know the opponent. And just based on the box rec, it's not just I don't know because I'm ignorant. He's just not a popular dude. And, you know, you go to his box rec. I tried to do some research on him before this fight. He has 5 knockouts in 20+ fights. So he was never going to win. You know, this was pretty much a showcase fight. And they said it was the mandatory. I don't even think they officially ordered it as the mandatory. And that's just pretty much what it was. Triple G went out there. Instead of being like seek and destroy, I think he wanted to snap that long layoff. And he wanted to go some odd rounds. He dropped Szeremeta 4 times, stopped him in the 7th. He beat him up. The guy was tough, durable. But in boxing, there's only so much credit you'll get for just simply put being durable. You know, that's what guys are trained to do. You're a fighter. You're trained to not give in and not quit and not be a quitter, no matter how bad you want to fall on your face, like Eminem said. You know, shout out to him on the new album. You're trained for that. So I can't overly credit that. Yeah, it's something to be marveled at if you're just a regular everyday Joe to see how tough these fighters are. But, you know, this is what's instilled in them at a early age. Most people started boxing at a reasonable age when they're kids and stuff like that. So, you know, I can't look at somebody having a chin or how durable they are. This is basically competition that we could have done without. So I don't really, you know, Triple G looked good, but I don't have too much that I could really break down and assess, because you have to look at everything I'm saying. And when it comes to Gennady Golovkin, he looks sharp, but it's also who you look sharp against. Triple G blew a man out and knocked him down 4 times versus when he fought Daniel Jacobs, somebody we know is a good fighter, the Miracle Man, survived cancer, been in there with Peter Quillen before the Triple G fight, fought a tough ranked guy like Dimitri Perot and got stopped before, battled cancer. He got dropped 1 time, not 4, and he got back up and started warring with Triple G and winning rounds and things like that. Kamil Szeremeta, he gets credit for getting up and surviving when he was getting punished, but you didn't see Daniel Jacobs. I was at that fight live. I covered that fight as media. You didn't see him just get in there and get dropped and fold. Same thing with Sergey Derevyanchenko. When Derevyanchenko got dropped by Triple G, he actually started fighting better. He had a cut too. Szeremeta was just really a punching bag. It looked like a sparring session, right? And let's talk on my streams. I give you the post-fight, the actual factuals, kick the ballistics. Let's talk about this angle. The DAZN commentary is atrocious. First of all, they had fights earlier where there was no commentary. You just hear the ring bouncing and punches, and it was inconsistent. It was inconsistent. And I guess they're saving. They should never do this again if they don't have the manpower to man it. DAZN, they have a Canelo fight tomorrow, and Triple G was today. So I guess maybe because one's in Florida and one's in San Antonio, and it's the Rona season, so they couldn't be in 2 places at one time because they have the COVID-19 protocols. So you have to be in a bubble and stuff like that. So they didn't really send much of a crew to this Triple G. So it's just like inconsistent product, and DAZN is charging you $20 a month. The fight card, the undercard was terrible. The commentary in the Triple G main event was terrible. You know, they're overly crediting Triple G. He was looking good, but again, you have to factor that in. Canelo went 24 rounds with this man and never hit canvas. He got hurt, but he never touched canvas. That's a testament to Canelo's been fighting for 15 years, or since he was 15, I guess is a better way to put it. And he's actually, it's literally 15 years ago because he's 30. So Canelo's been fighting half of his life, never touched canvas. And Canelo has good counters, power you have to respect, etc. This dude looked like a fish out of water. I mean, just look at these pictures. Like, he was getting bodied and dropped. So, you know, I give him credit for being durable and signing up. But I don't know how the IBF or whatever ranked this guy the highest ranking person. He was literally getting bodied each and every time that he tried to do anything. He never really let his hands go. He was being stunned. He was getting ripped to the body. He was literally kind of, I hate to say it, but kind of a punching bag. You know, there's very few selection of punches that he landed that was going to do anything to Triple G. He never really let his hands go. Even guys like Gabe Rosado, who had just moved up from 154, he gave Triple G a go, and he was landing some significant and thudding shots. This dude was just there getting pieced up and accepting everything. Uppercuts, he was getting hit with nasty uppies, paralyzing body shots, and he was getting up. So again, I give him credit, but this was bad as a main event product. And then you have the DAZN commentary crew who are trying to oversell it. That's the worst thing you could do to real boxing fans, because we know that it's cap. You don't have to do all that. You know, you definitely don't have to do all that. We understand what's a good fight that we're checking for and what isn't, you know. So when the fact that DAZN commentary crew, they were trying to oversell it and make this out to be something it wasn't, was pretty embarrassing. To start the telecast, they said Golovkin is putting his legacy on the line. Everybody knew what this fight was going to be. He had 2 knockdowns in 2 rounds. Then they were overselling it, trying to say stuff like, they said Triple G is allegedly going after 20 plus title defenses, even though he lost to Canelo, which I would imagine would break your string of title defenses. And they said Bernard Hopkins has to be at home watching this on a Friday, you know, early in the daytime. And they said Bernard Hopkins, who's a legend, has to be at home watching this and impressed with what he's seeing. And it was a pathetic match. The commentary, I also don't like that you have a product you're trying to sell, and this is just my real advice to DAZN. You have a product you're trying to sell, and you're almost mocking the level of competition. So if you think the level of competition is a joke, then what are your fans going to think, or subscribers or whatever? This is a direct quote. One of the commentators on DAZN says, quote, "At least he didn't get knocked down this round, because I think he got knocked down in the first 2 rounds. I think it was the 3rd round he didn't get knocked down." What type of fight are you selling the public for $20 a month, right? And that's what you say about the opponent. At least he didn't get knocked down. Embarrassing. So I think Triple G was kind of just working on stuff, trying to go some rounds. The commentator also said there was a single knockdown that Triple G, it's just a bad production, bro. There was a single knockdown that Triple G got, one of the 4, and the commentator says, "Oh wow, Triple G with the triple knockdown." That actually makes no sense. And for fans that are casual and don't know the sport, you sound ridiculous, and it's creating confusion for the fans. It's a single knockdown, but because Triple G's name is Triple G, the commentator says, "Wow, Triple G with the triple knockdown." You know, like this is some basketball fake sport, not boxing. You don't frame it as, even if you're trying to have clever puns and quips and stuff, that's confusing, because this is supposed to be competition. So it made this fight even more of a joke and farcical when the commentators are calling a single knockdown in that particular moment a triple knockdown. Then they were also overplaying it and trying to oversell it, saying, what is Canelo thinking if he's watching it? First of all, Canelo is taking a stringent test, a lot more so than Gennady Golovkin. The guy is like 7 inches taller than him and has some power, won the World Boxing Super Series. Meanwhile, this is who Triple G is fighting. That's disrespectful. Canelo, he's probably just resting for his fight tomorrow on the same network. And you're asking, what does he feel about this weak match that Triple G is in? You know, the best thing about this was the background music they were playing and the trunks that he got, because I like the Lakers and I like the Warriors because I'm from California. You know, rest in peace to Kobe. Triple G's trunks were cool. So I can't even overly give Triple G a lot of praise for this. He went out there and he done what he had to do. He did what he was supposed to do. But this fight was pretty much capped. You even had people online who were, just go look on the online commentary, right? You look at the online commentary and it wasn't good. We'll just leave it at that. It definitely wasn't good. Definitely wasn't good. So I don't really know how to rank this in terms of Triple G, performances, because it just really wasn't much that it'll show us. Do that to Demetrius Andrade. Drop him 4 times and get him out of there in the 7th. Then you'll get credit. Do that to Canelo. And I don't even want Canelo to fight him again. Do that to anybody, Jamal Charlo. Do that to Jaime Munguia. Anybody who's better, because at least, see, this is the thing, at least Jaime Munguia would have some punching power, where if he was durable and Triple G started to slow down, you know, maybe it could get interesting. But this dude, it was a no-hoper. So someone tagged me in this too. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Some guy named Adam says, hey, are you watching the Triple G fight, champ? And the arrow says, I didn't know he was fighting until today. So it wasn't promoted well, and the match was basically what we all knew it was going to be. Shout out to Canelo for at least fighting somebody who has a hint of danger. You know, I can't really say too much about this fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Triple G, he did what he was supposed to do, but I got to see that type of performance before I say he's the vintage Triple G and Destroyer is back. I got to see him look like that versus somebody that I know who he is before the fight starts. That's my thoughts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Drop a like. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get alerted for all the latest content. And also consider ESPN Plus by clicking my link. It does help the channel continue to grow. Congrats to Triple G. I got to see a little bit more, or a lot of bit more, against better competition. We out. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.